What's happening in your twin flame or true soulmate love connection right now? Hi, beautiful soul. Thank you for joining me, Mystic Mia Moksha, here on We'll See in the Moment for another love pick a card reading. This is a twin flame reading. You can use it for divine counterparts, soulmates, ultimate soulmates, true love matches, whatever you want to call this beautiful, beautiful divine union between two very powerful, loving souls. This is the reading for you. I've noticed in the recent readings that I've done that these energies are quite high at this time, as I predicted for many years that this is the season of love. There are a lot of true love matches and unions happening in the physical at this time. So I was called to do this reading, and I really hope it resonates. The pick a card options are very simple. We have rose quartz for pile 1, diamond for pile 2, and aquamarine for pile 3. Just pick which one resonates with you the most. Timestamps are below. This is a timeless reading, but it should resonate whenever you watch this, but especially at the time around at that time that I post this, especially in 2024 and 2025, and maybe even 2026. So with that, I hope you enjoy the reading, and I wish you much love and light. Hi, beautiful pile 1 with the rose quartz. We're looking at what's happening in your twin flame, divine counterpart, soulmate connection. All right, so let's look at their thoughts and feelings, and then yours. What's happening with them, what's going on with them, and then with you. And then what's happening physically in the connection and spiritually. And then we'll end with a message from them and spirit. So let's look at their thoughts and feelings about you. Start with their feelings. All right, so they have honest feelings towards you. I feel like they've uncovered the truth about how they feel. It's something somewhat shocking. It's a little bit surprising, I might say. Yeah, I might put it as surprising. They were surprised at how much they feel for you, more than they thought they did. Okay. I wish I could take my words back. Yeah. I wish I could take back my words. Yeah, I feel like they're realizing a lot of things. They made mistakes. They didn't like who they were. They didn't like how they responded to you. They didn't like their behavior. They didn't like how they didn't know what they know now, how they didn't think with their heart, act with their heart. And again, they didn't realize that they had these feelings for you. They didn't realize that they felt this way about you. It was surprising to them. I feel like somewhat recently they found out that they had more in common with you, more similarities, more feelings for you than they initially thought. I'm getting for some of you, they haven't thought about this for a very long time, or it's, whether it's been a few weeks, few months, or a few years, it feels like they were surprised at how much more they liked you than they thought back then, the last time they thought about you, like this deeply. All right, so how do you think and feel about them? How do you feel about them? Elder of Wands, King of Wands. I feel like you're always thinking that they're gonna find out in the end that you two are very compatible, and you knew it from the get-go that this was meant to be, and that they were on a journey and that they were going to figure it out. They're going to become the King of Wands. They're going to be the leader in this relationship at some point. 10 of Swords, but it was very, very difficult. I feel like for those of you that picked this pile, it's been one devastating event after another. Even if they weren't involved physically, it feels like on your side, at least from what you know, it's been internally devastating, emotionally devastating. One thing after another. Hoping, wishing, praying that they figure out that this is a very beautiful bond. And, you know, hopefully that you're not the only one doing all the work or putting in all this energy in this connection. All right, so let's see what's going on with them. What's going on with them in their life right now? Healing in reverse. So they've done their healing in regards to this connection. Since it came out in reverse, like the 7 of Swords here. They've come to terms with how they treated you, how you must have felt. They put themselves in your shoes, and they feel terrible about it. They don't feel good about it. They wish they knew the things they knew now before, but they've made their peace with it, and they've reconciled within themselves and became a better person because of it. But this healing was done mostly by themselves, and through just processing their thoughts, emotions, and feelings. And it has to do with a bigger overall umbrella encompassing who they were in general back then, how they treated everyone, or most people back then, just who they were as a person. And you came up, you were a part of that healing and review phase for them. But this is something that they've already finished, this healing process. Okay, so what else is going on in their life? The Moon card. Wow. 32. All right. Creativity, shadow self, reflection. Yeah. Wow. So they've definitely opened up to their more feminine energies, whether they're male or female. They've definitely tapped into their more intuitive side and realized that there's more to this life than they thought back then. And there's this feeling of, you know, I could have passed up on something really good, or, you know, I probably missed out on a lot of really good opportunities because I was so hard-headed back then, or so closed-minded, or not as open as I am now, or, you know, I didn't do as much healing back then. Like I've done so much healing since then to be more aware of myself and how I treat others and what I want in my life and everything. So they've done a lot of introspection, and I feel like they did the healing in regards to you already in the recent past, or somewhat recent past. But they continue to take with them that process of doing inner work that they apply to other things now, not just romantic love life or people in their past or anything like that. Like they continue to use that process that they learned to do inner work and with other things right now, with his shadow work, inner child work, figuring who they are, what their place in this world is. All right, so let's look at what's going on with your life. What does Spirit want to tell you about your life right now? Leader in reverse. So I feel like you've already been pushed to be a leader, because something that you desired in your mate is that they would lead the relationship, or they would occasionally lead, or lead half the time, whatever it is. You wanted them to step up and be the one leading the relationship, wanting the relationship, cherishing the relationship, and putting work in, and knowing what the next steps are, and taking charge, taking lead, and sometimes being, calling the shots and being like, hey, this is what we're doing next. This is our next goal, or this is how we're going to do the next project. This is how we're going to get to our next goal. But in turn, you've become that leader. You're the one who has taken charge of your life, and you've become your own very healed masculine energy to lead your love life and lead your life in general, and possibly even help others, because that's just the spiritual leader that you are. You've learned so much in your journey with this person that you can now help others on their path in their life. Okay, so what else is going on for you? Woman. Love that. Woman leader. It's beautiful. All right, so feminine, woman, a specific female or female energy. Femininity, wisdom, questioning herself, femininity, wife. Okay. So I feel like for most of you, you're the female or feminine energy, and or if you're reading vice versa, like the female or feminine energy in this connection is very much, might be questioning herself. Should I be the leader of my own life? Isn't that the masculine's job? But you've healed and mastered your masculine energy so much that now you can also be a beautiful, healed, ferocious, and fierce woman leader yourself. So you might be questioning, like, wait, was I supposed to hold space for them to take this role? And you ended up being that role yourself. Maybe questioning yourself, am I doing the right thing? Is this going to attract in my soulmate? Is this going to make them run away? If this is someone new coming in, you might be questioning if you'll be stuck in this position doing all these responsibilities for the both of you when you enter this connection. Should you stay more on the side of femininity? Should you step down? Will you ever be a wife? Will you ever be a mother? Will you ever be an aunt, a grandmother? Could you still have a career? Could you still just be a stay-at-home mom? Could you just be a wife? Is that enough for you? Could you be the breadwinner? Could you, you're questioning what your role is, what you want to be, what you should do, what you want. And a lot of you are figuring out, the divine feminines, that you are of a different caliber, your soul. You've mastered a lot of your energies, and therefore you're looking for someone who can be a divine masculine to your divine feminine, because you can take on so much of that strong masculine energy very comfortably, and better than most sometimes. So you're now thinking about, what should I do? In terms of this connection, I feel like I outshine a lot of the masculines out there. And Spirit is saying, don't you fret, don't you worry. To have mastered yourself to this extent is to be rewarded, not punished. You shall get the masculine energy that is on your level. All right, so let's look at what is happening in this connection physically right now. Engagement ring, wow. Partnership, commitment, eternity, completion, union. And new home. Moving is a step in the right direction for you. All right, so I feel like this pile specifically, the person you might have been connecting to, if they're not coming in, this is their time. If this is your true love, if this is your divine counterpart, your twin flame, your ultimate soulmate, they will be coming back with an engagement ring and for a new home for you, whether it's in your home, their home, and a new home for you together. It's the whole shebang, the whole package. They're going to come with it now, right? In this season, whenever you're watching this season or these few months, they're coming in and they're offering you the entire package. If they don't, and for most people that pick this pile, they might have just been a higher level soulmate, not necessarily the one. And so Spirit is letting you know this now because the one is actually coming in now. The thing is, a lot of people believe that the person that is their twin flame or their divine counterpart, soulmate, was in fact their twin flame. And I got this channeling about a year ago when I tried to do, I recorded it and everything. I just didn't want to edit it because it was like 3 hours of footage and that's a lot of editing work. I wish I could just do a live one day and cover all the topics. I have it outlined. But basically, as someone who's done twin flame readings for 4 years specifically, it's kind of like I got my degree in it, the twin flame theory. I wanted to make a little docu-series about everything I learned about twin flames and doing thousands of twin flame readings for other people and researching it a lot, having a lot of experiences myself and through my spiritual friends, just a lot of information, so much. And one of the things that came through while I was recording that is a channeling about how a lot of people think that the person that they met was their twin flame, but in actuality that was the person that was meant to train them and help them get to a place where they are ready to reunite with their true, actual twin flame. And another theory is that your soul can take on many different lives, right? And these lives are happening simultaneously. Your soul, your oversoul, whatever you want to call it, uses a percentage of their energy to, give life to these lives, to these different versions of themselves, and giving more or less energy depending on the souls they would like to activate or use more at the time. Your twin flame may have another person out there, this is rare, very rare, that is the same soul as your twin flame. So this is just about being open to the possibilities. Who really knows what is happening out there? I've heard so many theories, and as a true twin flame researcher and tarot card reader, I had to be open to all of them. I had to talk to a lot of people who came to me for twin flame readings. I had to be open to the way that they saw the theory, that they interpreted this template. in order to do the reading for them that resonated, right? In the way that they saw it. And many of these theories are valid, are true, or partially true, or or perspective, just the way that they saw or interpreted this journey. So there's just so overwhelmingly amount of stuff on the twin flame theory, but it's a story as old as time. Basically, soul's love as that was connected in the heavens, that was connected even before you two were born here. It's a soul connection. And so when you know, okay? When this person comes into your life, in the physical, you connect eyes, you can lock eyes, you connect your souls through your eyes, like you absolutely know. And so there's no like, oh, it has to be this physical person, and very well could be, but it doesn't have to be. All right, so let's look at what's going on in this connection spiritually. Maybe we'll get more insight. Awakened spirit, desire to change. Wow. So I feel like you and them are ready to experience the next part of life in a different way. Experience this connection in the physical in a different way. You've become the leader that you've meant to be. They've done the healing and connected to their intuitive side, and are continuing to do their inner work. Higher heart chakra, love that. And both of you are connecting to the divine very strongly right now. Your higher self, source energy, very strongly right now. So this is the perfect time for the both of you to evolve into whatever this next chapter is. Who knows? It's exciting and it's on the right track. That's all you know. And it makes you a little bit apprehensive to not know what's on the other side. The unknown has always freaked out man for as long as man has existed. But this is exciting. This is a good thing. Spirit is saying you're ready. All right. So is there anything that they would like to say to you as a message to you? Freedom. This could be freedom from who you thought your twin flame would be. This is freedom from ever having to wonder if you'll ever get to experience this kind of love in your life. This is freedom to not even care about any of these things and just be in that true blissful energy that's coming in for a lot of high level spiritual people at this time. Very, very connected, very awakened people at this time. This is freedom from everything. You're gonna feel a lot of like blissed out energies randomly now and then. Just feeling like I'm so happy to be here, to be doing the things that I'm doing. This moment is making me very happy. Like really not letting anything bother you. Wow. A message from Spirit to you. Awakening, energetic updates, a new way of being. Wow. Desire to change, awakened spirit, awakening, energetic upgrades, a new way of being, integration. This is you integrating into this higher version of yourself and this higher version of your life, and therefore this higher level of love, especially in romantic relationships, but in everything with connection to others and to opportunities, situations, experiences in your life, just a higher level version of that. So this is a very beautiful sign, Pile 1, that love is here. Love is here for you, and it starts with you and your connection to yourself and to the divine, and just stay blissed out, because this is all falling into place right now. So Pile 1, I hope you enjoyed your reading, beautiful soul. If you did, I really appreciate a like or comment. And with that, I hope you have a beautiful rest of the day, and I wish you much love and light. Hi, beautiful pile 2. The diamond, we're looking at your twin flame, divine counterpart, soulmate, ultimate soulmate connection. We'll look at their thoughts and feelings, your thoughts and feelings, what's going on with them, what's going on with you, what's happening physically in the connection, and then spiritually. And lastly, we'll end with the message from them and from spirit. All right, so let's start with what are their feelings? Wow, okay, so they definitely feel like you're the one, or they should pursue you, or like this is headed on the right track. This is definitely the direction I need to go in. So they feel confident about you and the connection. They definitely feel like whether you two are at distance away from each other, or haven't even talked to each other for a long time, or have been talking for a little bit, maybe took a break, just friends, never dated, never, like whatever the situation is, they feel like they need to be closer to you. Whether they feel like, yes, we're going to be married forever, or they just kind of, or at the very least, they feel like, I need to check this out. So whatever their intentions are, whether it's like marriage, or maybe let's date, or hey, I just want to see what this friend is up to. Hey, it'd be kind of cool to just bump into them one day. And with that intention set, if they even just think that, because you probably have been thinking a lot that you would wish to bump into them, you probably will, because they just have that slight intention and you've been bombarding them with that manifestation. It's going to happen really quickly. So as soon as they think of it, you're going to bump into each other, have at least a quick physical union, if not something more. But it does seem like they want to pursue something more. They want to see where this leads. They want to see where this goes. They have a really strong gut feeling that they need to hang around you a lot right now. So whatever the situation is between the two of you currently, they are having the gut feeling that they need to hang around you. They're not sure why yet. They feel like it's like for a good reason, but they're going with it. Okay, I don't react when people mention you, and it came out in reverse. So I feel like a lot of things have been reminding them of you recently, and they have been reacting. Yeah, so it could be as specific as people that know you or remember you mentioning you a lot around them, or it could be just as subtle as things people say, signs, synchronicities, or even just lines from movies, TV shows, books kind of remind them of you. And so they're being reminded of you a lot right now. And it's happened enough times where they actually thought very clearly, hey, it would be really nice to bump into them, or I wonder what they're up to. It'd be nice to know. It'd be fun to catch up with them sometime. I wonder what they're up to. Maybe I should look on a social media page. And just that is enough to start so many things. Okay. So let's see what your thoughts and feelings are. 2 of Pentacles. Okay. You've been already connecting to their energies a lot. So you might have gotten a lot of twin flame signs, a feeling that you've met them in your dream recently, that they talked to you in their dream, or maybe that they're around you physically somehow, even like an apparition of them, or their energy somehow is like around you, like you might catch them in the corner of your eye. It's like, what was that? Or you might see a lot of strong signs, like, wow, this is such a specific twin flame sign for me. It's a very big one. Like, can't believe it's this big and in my face. So you might have felt the energy around you. Yeah, so this is either your twin flame soulmate that you know of, or it could be someone new coming in. This could be a soulmate coming in for you, ultimate level soulmate. Twin flame energy, yeah. I explained in the first pile that Your twin flame doesn't have to be that exact physical person that you think it is. You know, our souls, our oversouls can animate a lot of different bodies at the same time, usually not in the same time frame, but so, you know, who knows what's going on. It's a really rare time in history, human history. What's going on, no one knows. Yeah, but you have been connecting to this energy a lot recently, and maybe a little bit more physically than usual. If these are sign synchronicities or their energy, it's coming through more physical than it has ever before. Okay, so what are your thoughts about them? Nine of Swords, yeah. Depleted, I want to say. It might be kind of annoying you a little bit, and I know that might be kind of surprising for a lot of people to hear, but like it's kind of like when you've been kind of searching for that love for a very long time, or you felt like you had it and lost it, and it took a long time for you to grieve, or it took you a long time to kind of get back into the love arena, or just, you know, dating arena, or this is something you still think about and feel like, why am I still miserable? Why is this still happening? Or maybe it's like a periodic thing. Once in a while, you just feel very upset about it. Or it's upsetting you now because you're over it. You've been over it, and now it's coming through, and you're like, why is this coming through? I don't want to think about this person. Or is this upsetting you because you're like, I don't want any games, universe. I don't want any games. I just want to live my life. Yeah, so either, whatever you're feeling, it feels like you have something with the universe. You have something you're holding against the universe. Like, don't play with me, universe. I've been through enough. But I feel like you know better. You know better than the universe is going to be messing with you. But it just feels like raw feelings come through again. Something like you're remembering some of the more difficult times in love that you've had. Okay. Some of you have been having bad dreams. Some of you have been having very numb days. Usually this means that really, really bright days are around the corner. Your soul, your spirit is just flushing out anything that doesn't serve you, that no longer serves you, out of your body, out of your system. So it might be confusing, but that's usually a sign, especially for me, if you're feeling very numb out of nowhere for a whole day or two, or just weird dreams or weird experiences, weird thoughts, weird memories just randomly popping up. Usually a sign that your spirit is just flushing things out from your system, your energies that you no longer need, and you don't need to do any inner work. They're going to do it subconsciously for you. You just might feel weird and get a little triggered, a little sad, a little overly overjoyed and blissed out and crying for no reason at times. And that's just normal. But that's a really good sign that good things are ahead for you, pal, too. Alright, so let's look at what's going on with them. What's going on with them in their life right now? What are they working on? A rebel. Alright, so they're feeling a little bit adventurous. They want to do something new. They're trying to try something different, something maybe that goes against the grains, against what most people think is normal. Yeah. The Sun card. Oh, wow. Happiness, positive outcome. Let's see. 31. Power, spirit, insight, illumination. It came out in reverse, so they're already feeling this energy. They're feeling very bright, very bold, very courageous, very, very ready to take on this next thing with all they got and with a lot of enthusiasm, a lot of zeal. Wow. And they have this feeling that has something to do with you, or even if they don't know if it has something. Some people, it's on a scale. Some of your soulmates are thinking, yeah, it has something to do with pile 2. I should stay around them. Or they don't know what this next thing is, but they just feel guided to be around you or to hang out with you or talk to you more at this time. So you'll probably see that coming through soon. Yeah, they're feeling really good about this. Their instincts are kicking in. They need to be around you. They're guided to be around you. Let's see what's going on with you at this time. Dreamer. And it came out in reverse. So I feel like you've been a lot more practical these days. That's why you're kind of like telling the universe, hey, like, you know, I got my routine now. Like, you know, I've been through the very fantastical, dreamlike situations regarding love. You know, I just need to touch grass at this time, and you gotta allow me to do that, universe. Like, you can't just come in and knock my sandcastle down. It took me a very long time to build this. But it's a part of you. It's who you are. Deep down, you are very imaginative. You're very creative, and that's the best part of you. One of the best parts of you. Let's see what's going on with you. Child, yeah, the inner child is trying to come out. Youth, playfulness. Let's see. Innocent youth, beginnings, trust. Yeah. So yeah, and this is, yeah, it's kind of like the Fool card, these two cards together. Spirit is asking you to trust what's happening for you and to go with it. The Sun card and the tarot also has like a child depicted in it. We have the inner child here. It's kind of like the beginning, Fool card. Both of you are feeling very positive. It's like Spirit is asking you specifically to trust it and to just kind of remember that dreamer part of you again, the imaginative, creative part of you. Let that out a little bit more now. Spirit is saying a lot more now. If you're watching this around the time I posted, July 2024, this is a very, very ideal time for you to let your creative side just shine as brightly as it can, and let your spiritual side just go as deep as you want to. Just go as high as you can, fly as high as you can, get as spiritual, get as creative as you can. Let the ideas come to you. Connect to the divine, connect to yourself. Use all sorts of medium. Draw with chalk on the sidewalk. Put pen to paper. Write down ideas. Organize ideas. Whatever you have, just let it out. The Spirit's going to use channel through you a lot of ideas at this time, and you're going to get some good ones. You're feeling maybe apprehensive to just let your freak flag fly, to let your, like, to unleash yourself completely and totally. But you have some practice in it. You've always been the black sheep. You've always been the one who tried to do new things, entertain different ideas, think outside the box, you know. So you have the ability to push yourself mentally and intuitively, creatively, without feeling like you're having a mental breakdown and becoming like a nutcase. You have practice in it. You can trust yourself. Just unleash it. Go as spiritual as you can. Go as creative as you can. Unleash yourself. Pile 2. All right. And let's see what's going on with this connection physically and then spiritually. What's going on with this card? The Grim Reaper. The relationship is over. No second chances. Grow and transform your life. Wow. And dietary change. Improve your diet and your life will also improve. So with the Grim Reaper here, kind of like the Death card, and the dietary change here, I do feel like this is the death of the love relationships you've experienced before. It's a death of everything you know and have lived. It's the death of the life that you've lived so far. So everything in your life is completely, completely, completely changing. It's as if you're going from eating everything at all times of the day, having, sleeping whenever you want to sleep, not checking your your vitamin intakes or whatever, not attempting to grow food, to completely changing that, having a schedule where you sleep, with the sun's when the sun comes up and sets, or have dinner around that time, have meals around that time, completely eating organic or healthy, or as much as you can, eating foods that resonate with your body, and making like a complete overhaul. That's how your love life is going to change. That's why it's like Grim Reaper. Everything that you've experienced in terms of relationships with a romantic partner is going to be completely different. So whether it's the same person or a different person, you can expect a very, very, very vastly, extremely different experience in love, but not just in love, in everything. Relationship with other people, in terms of your career, in terms of the work that you do day to day, your daily responsibilities, the things that you consume, everything is going to completely change for you now. And that's why you're being asked to just unleash. You're going into 5D pile 2, and you're going in very strongly, very beautifully. Just trust yourself, trust the divine. You know you can handle this. Unleash yourself. And this person, whether it's someone you know or someone new coming in, they're being guided to you, and they're going to be hanging out with you. They're going to be talking to you. They're going to feel guided to stick close to you. So, just unleash. It's time to trust the universe. Feel the intuition. Hear what it's saying. Can you hear it saying, like, trust us, like, do this? At least this month, whenever you're watching this. Okay. So what's going on spiritually in this connection? Spirit messages: observe limitations. And throat chakra. Wow, I love the blue here. Okay, so I do see a lot of communication coming in, and that's what I'm getting. Like, yeah, they started connecting with you already. So energetically, they started connecting with you already. You probably feel the presence. You probably feel like you're, even if you live by yourself, that there's someone else in the house with you who you feel comfortable with, who's been, laying on that couch on their phone when you're washing dishes. Like, it just feels like someone's comfortable around you already, that energy. Some of you might even think you have a ghost because of that. Or you might feel like you're catching a glimpse of an angel or something like that. It could be, for some of you, it could be their higher version of themselves making an appearance. Yeah, but the energy is definitely there. I'm getting, for some of you, a past life version. Yeah. Yeah. A lot of things with animals, birds specifically, and flowers, and food. You might be guided, when you're about to enter a specific time in your life, like, you kind of get prepped by your spirit team for it. Like, you start getting healthier, you start, working out more, or maybe, keeping a journal, or getting things done that you've always meant to get done. And you just feel good. You're feeling on top of things. You might feel like dancing a little bit more, singing a little bit more, playing a little bit more music or something like that. You start getting prepped for this really, really good energy coming in. So you start getting your spirit team starts to prep you by raising your energy more. Okay, so this is a good thing. This is a good thing in the death of the old. It just might feel uncomfortable. You might be feeling you had to adhere to more 3D rules, more logical current system rules recently, because you felt like I don't know what game you're playing, universe, but I have to survive. I have to live my life, that kind of feeling. And then all of a sudden they're telling you to unleash. What's the harm in giving it one more shot? I guarantee you this time it's going to be something vastly different than the past experiences. All right, so quick message from them if they have one word to say: submission, surrender to the universe, surrender wholly and completely to your intuition, to your spiritual side, to your creative side, to your imagination. Just let it free. I'm getting this exercise of writing in a journal and writing the most fantastical version of the life you're living right now. Write your day as the most magical way that you can. I was led, maybe you went for a walk and you found a patch of very beautiful flowers and you decided to take a couple home. Like, I was guided to a patch of magical flowers by these beautiful fairies. I couldn't see them, but I felt their presence and they guided me there. The elemental spirits allowed me to take the flower spirits allowed me to take some of these flowers home, and they blessed my home with beautiful energies. I can feel the energies every time I smell them or see them radiate throughout the room. Just like cute little things like that, I was guided to meet this person who worked at this, record store, and we just hit it off, and I felt like I was really there. I was guided to meet them there because we got to talking about, so and so, and I opened their eyes to this other way of seeing it, and I think I really helped that person out, and I'm very grateful that I met them. Something like that. I felt aroused in the middle of the day with just like, beautiful fragrances, the perfect sunlight, the perfect temperature. I don't know, just feeling light, tickling feelings all over my skin, and I felt the presence of my lover right next to me, that their energy is meeting me, greeting me, and I feel like they are letting me know that they are entering my life at this time. Just whatever magical things you can think of. I saw this bunny hop right up to me and came right in front of me, just stared at me like it wanted to tell me that it knew things are changing and maybe you'll be able to communicate with me better in the future. Just whatever magical thoughts come in, just let it come through, and just indulge your creative and creative side, your fantasies, your creativity in describing these fantasies and creating these fantasies for yourself, and as if you're writing a book or a novel or something, or writing from the point of view of a child or something, or someone who's actually living in one of these worlds. Make it very spiritual, as spiritual or philosophical as you would wish, from your perspective, the highest perspective you can think of. Yeah, just go all out. Push your creativity, push your intuition, push your spiritual side, your that flow state. Let it unleash. Okay, and the message from Spirit: the age of light. You've been training for this for lifetimes. Yeah, that's amazing. Yeah, so you definitely have been getting ready for this kind of life for a lifetime. So I'm getting, for some of you, in this current 3D world, our life expectancy, Our life expect. Why can't I say that word? Our life expectancy. I had to pause and like really think about it. Usually, if I get stuck on a word like that, it usually means it's related to my personal life somehow. Right. So I'm getting that this is where your 5D life begins, and you can expect these memories that are created now to last for many, many lifetimes. So whether that's in this lifetime, you'll live for a very, very long time, or from this lifetime on, anytime you're reincarnated into this world, you'll remember everything. There's a change happening for you. And you've been training for this. And that's why it feels like, God, I can't go through another heartbreak. Please don't bring someone to me that's not the one, or that I can actually just be comfortable with, or just have a life with. This is way more than that. This is your divine counterpart coming in. Wow. All right, beautiful soul. So I hope you enjoy this reading. Oh, I love that it's like the lights coming in, because we have the diamonds, kind of like a prism effect. And then all the chakras going as high as you can, and bringing that downwards through your creativity, through what you make in this world, whether it's ideas or physical things or artwork or systems, whatever it is, something practical, something useful, or something not, something that just gives you joy or radiates a lot of positive energy. Just create anything you think of. Play with lights, play with crayons, play with music, collaborate on ideas. Look really, really closely at things. Take 10 steps back and look from things from a different perspective. Write things down, cross them out, work them as many ways as you can. Cook new foods, cook old foods in different ways. Try on new outfits, try on different colors, play with colors. All right. That's what I got for you, pile 2. All right. So surrender to the universe, surrender to your true authentic self. I hope you enjoyed the reading. If you did, I really appreciate a like or comment. And with that, I hope you have a beautiful rest of the day. Much love and light. Hi, beautiful pile 3 with the Aquamarine. We're looking at what's going on in this twin flame, divine counterpart, soulmate, ultimate soulmate relationship. What's their thoughts and feelings? What's yours? What's going on with them? What's going on with you? What's happening in this connection physically and then spiritually, and ending with a quick message from them and spirit. So let's start with, how do they feel about you? The Hanged Man in reverse. All right, so I feel like they waited long enough. They waited to think about how they thought and felt about you, what they're going to do about this connection long enough, and now they're ready to take some sort of action. They know what they're supposed to do. They know what they want to do. They know themselves. They recognize this connection, and they're ready to move forward. Okay, their thoughts. I can't stop thinking about you. So I'm getting, there was a period of time where they try not to think about you, or actually didn't think about you for whatever reasons, but they now can't stop thinking about you. Now that they know what this connection is, that they want this connection, what they want from it, what their role is in it, how they're going to go about pursuing this connection or pursuing the next goal in this connection, and how they're going to move things forward. So let's see how that contrasts or compares to how you think and feel. Ace of Swords. All right, so you're getting some download. Okay, so it feels like you've been hoping that they would kind of figure things out, and as soon as they did, you probably started getting thoughts of them or ideas from them, being reminded of them a lot of sign synchronicities. The Seven of Pentacles, and it came out in reverse as well. You already did your part, I'm hearing. Okay, so the thoughts, energy, feelings that you worked through and put out there was already done. You did your part, so you were waiting for him to do his. It's kind of one of those things where I feel like it's like a dating app kind of situation. You know, I feel like there's a better metaphor, but I can't think of it right now. But like, you know, you wrote your message, you thought about it, you know, you appealed to what interests him and who you're about, and you know, you made it cute and charming, and you know, you had the courage to put it out there, and you left the ball in his court, you know. But I felt like it was a lot more than that. Like you did the inner work, you did the spiritual work, you thought about what you wanted in relationships, who you wanted to be in a relationship with your partner, the kind of life you want to live, who you are, what was important to you, what you want to focus on, how you want to divvy up your time and energy going forward in your life, how to procure resources, how to be the person you want to be, how to keep improving and being better version of yourself, even though you finally got to a point where you're really happy with where you are at, and you're like, okay, well, what can I do next, you know, with or without this person, with or without a lot of these manifestations. Well, now it feels like all your manifestations are coming in for all the work that you put in, not only in this connection, in a romantic love connection, but also in various other things in your life. Wow, okay. So what's going on in their life right now? What's going on for them? What are they working on? Child. Okay. So they have been thinking nonstop about either having children or birthing something new, like a business or an idea or a project or a life. But I feel like it's more something like you do with your partner. So I feel like it's something that they want to birth into existence, like a passion project or business. It could be a lifestyle. It could be actual children, or it could be a pet. It could be just a fun, crazy, fun idea, or it could be a helpful, some altruistic project or idea. Yeah, okay. Tower. Oh, wow. Buildings. Official buildings, government, authority. Could also represent isolation, loneliness, ego, innovation, education. Yeah, so I do feel like with the tower and the hanged man here, like they've been kind of isolated for a very long time, even if they've been around people, even if they've been in another relationship, even if they've been busy or seem like they've been doing a lot of things, they have felt very isolated. For most of them, they have been feeling kind of more in a hermit mode, or feel like they haven't been able to share a lot of who they actually are or the things that they actually want to create in this lifetime. They want to make big changes. And it starts with something small idea that snowballs, but they're in it for the long haul, to work on this for a very long time. It's something that's going to change systems, the government, education. It could be an innovative idea, innovative technology. Whatever it is, they're ready to work on this with their heart and soul. Okay. All right, so what about you? What's going on with your life right now, pile 3? Home. We want to create a home. You want to create a sacred space, a sanctuary, or even a home away from home. So home is on the agenda right here, child, home. So they're more about birthing the new thing, and you're more about setting up home base, creating that sense of comfort and security. Cross. It's like, get your foundations set. What are you to believe in? What are you to work on, are going to be working on? And it stems from your beliefs. It stems from your home. Once you can get your home set up, you can conquer the world. But first, you're ready to set up your home. Or I'm getting like nesting phase. Before you have a baby, you kind of just go into the nesting phase of wanting to create a space for the child, getting everything set up so it's easier to manage the child when they're in the physical. Let's see, 36. 36. Where is it? Cross, that's the last card. Okay. Guilt, destiny, religion, grief. Yeah. So both of you are feeling kind of like you're destined to do this really big project, and it seems kind of like impossible to others. It might seem like a pipe dream to others, but you both know that if you put your heart and soul into something and you just work on it with a lot of love, a lot of fun, creativity, with people you like to collaborate with for a very long time, you will get somewhere, no matter what it is and no matter how big it is. And there's a lot of grief here with the state of the world, or the state of your current community, or something you're both on the same page about. Maybe you're on the same page about many things, but you want to tackle one thing specifically. You're more enthusiastic about one specific area that you want to leave in a better place before you leave this world physically. That you're both on, the same page about. The cross and the tower here. Yeah, you're going to build something like that's going to last generations, for sure. I love how both of these things work hand in hand. Setting up a foundation and then going after a really big pursuit, venture like that. All right, let's see what's going on physically and then spiritually. What's going on physically? Mask. Not showing true feelings, hide, personify, pretend, delude, gaslighting. And whom do you need to forgive? As you release old anger or resentment, you will find that your wishes will come true. All right, so I feel like there's an energy of, kind of keeping yourselves busy and focused on physical tasks, little projects here and there, focusing on the big goal at hand rather than addressing the elephant in the room, which could be what happened in the past between the two of you. Both of you are very excited and, of course, are feeling very loving towards each other. This seems like a reunion, seems like a long time coming. It seems like both of you finally found each other. Even if this is a new thing, it feels like you two kind of are kind of trying to keep to that honeymoon phase as much as possible, even entering the more serious part of your relationship. But it feels like something from the past needs to be talked about. For most of you, this is someone coming back, and so it kind of like both of you kind of tiptoeing around, or one of you are tiptoeing around each other. I feel like, maybe they're tiptoeing around you a little bit more. One person is definitely tiptoeing around the other person more because they're like, I know I did something wrong and I need to face that. Like, the mask needs to come off. Like, I need to show them who I really am, prove it to them, prove that I'm worthy of their love, prove that I'm not going to be like that again, or I've changed as a person, or I'm evolved, or explaining why you've changed or how you've changed or what went on in the time that you haven't met each other. Like, there's a lot of like unanswered questions, and it seems like that needs to be addressed. And then you also need to forgive them, because like you're like, yeah, I'm happy we're together, but there's so much that like I'm angry about and still hurt about, and you know, I worked on that, but it's still there. Like, when are we gonna hash this out? Like, I need them to address it first, because they're the ones who did the hurting and stuff like that. So there's a lot of things that need to be done on, you know, in terms of clearing out past hurts. For some of you, if this is something new, it could be past life things, or it could be just things that you two are not okay with the other person, maybe how they live their life, how you live their life, and that could be associated with past life things as well. But I'm getting, yeah, it's just kind of addressing things that need to be addressed. And when you two do, you're going to find each other, like find that you have more love for each other than you did before you had that conversation, or multiple conversations, whatever it takes, you know, because I feel like you need to get it all out. Maybe not all at once, maybe for some, yeah. But yeah, it feels like we're both wanting and willing to do that, to ask for forgiveness and to be forgiven. Okay. What's going on spiritually in this connection? Eternal union. Oh my goodness. New love is forming. Yeah, and this is like a higher version, right? This is like a divine union happening. Eternal union. So yeah, I feel like this is something that, like, once you two come together now, like, you're never going to be apart again, even after you leave these bodies. You know, it's eternal, it's forever, beyond this lifetime. And manifestation. Wow, what powerful cards. So I do feel like a lot of things are manifesting for the both of you now. No wonder you're getting like the home. You're figuring out what your big goals are. The projects are coming along, are underway with the resources and the ideas, and both of you on the same page. You have each other. You have this, you're part of this grand design. You're part of this divine plan, and you know your part in it, and you're ready to do your thing. You know what you're passionate about. Both of you are eager to get started, and here it is. This union is manifested. This soul mission is manifested. Wow, pile 3, everything's a green light. Go, go, go. All right, so let's see if we can get a quick message from them in one word. What would they want to say to you? Help. Yeah, helping hand. I'm getting, this is something that requires 2 beautiful souls that are deeply connected, like the 2 of you. This project or this undertaking, and it could be more than one. It could be having a physical child or children and having your hand in many projects. It could be multiple projects. It could be different like lines, different kind of areas that you're focusing on. Maybe a small project, maybe it's like a lot of different kinds of projects in different areas of your life. Personal goals, relationship goals, family goals, health goals, I don't know, just a bunch of stuff. Whatever it is, they need help, and they're asking for yours. They're really humbling themselves, and they understand who you are to them, and how you two are meant to, like, how your roles in this lifetime are meant to be very intertwined and working together, being very compassionate towards each other, loving towards each other, supportive towards each other, working hand in hand. And I feel like you're like, yeah, that's what I feel like you might have asked them for help, and or lent out your help before, and they refused, or they weren't ready, or they didn't know what you were really asking. And now they're ready. They understand everything. They understand a lot of things than they did before. You're going to see, if this is someone are coming back, you're going to see that they are a much different person than you remembered. A much more evolved person. It feels like you put in a lot of work in the front end of this connection, and now they're ready to put in a lot of that equal amount of work in now, or they have been, so that you two are on the same page and can harmoniously start the next chapter of your lives. Okay, and then a quick message from Spirit. What would Spirit want to say to you? Align your life. What is not aligned or needs to change? Yeah. So it does feel like you need to kind of bring yourself back together, make yourself whole again. It feels like you have all the right parts. You've been working on it, the healing, the purging, the figuring out who you are, what you want, what your purpose here, and you know what's the most important, prioritizing things and everything. And now all you have to do is put all the pieces together, and you have someone to help you with that, and you're doing something similar for them. And this is such a beautiful, beautiful sign that you two are, went through a lot of chaos to reorganize yourself to a higher evolved person, state of being. All right, beautiful soul, I hope you enjoyed the reading. If you did, I really appreciate a like or comment. I wish you much love and light.